Hello everyone and welcome back to Nathan and Deer's Guide to Everything, and welcome back to not an episode of the Legend Forge. I know, it's crazy, isn't it? We're trying to diversify our videos here on the channel. I'm trying to come up with just some more easy content for you guys to sink your teeth into. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe if you have enjoyed any of the content on my channel so far. Today we're going to discuss the new book, Monsters of the Multiverse, and kind of what it means for Wizards and D&D. This is completely unscripted. I just thought we'd have a little discussion. Basically, you can put some thoughts down below should you choose to. In lieu of making this video, I've actually purchased the gift set alternate cover version of the new expansion rule set gift, whatever it's called. It's got a long name, but essentially this comes with Tasha's Cauldron of Everything, Monsters of the Multiverse, and Xanathar's Guide to Everything as well. So it comes everything you need to run a game of D&D with all the updated classes. And I have to say I'm very impressed out the gate. I think the cover is absolutely incredible. This little slipcase is just awesome. It has some of the best art I've ever seen, iterated further by, I'll show you. The DM screen that comes in here is just absolutely beautiful. Now, I have a lot of the collector's stuff up here, and this has blown me away the most by far. I mean, look at the artwork on this. It is just, I'll see if I can unfold it and do a full... It kind of speaks for itself, I think. Really, it's just incredible, and I can't say enough for it. It's a full just DM's screen, like you would get like with the Dungeon Master's Guide, but with all the updated rules and any other bits that you could need. First things first, Monsters of the Multiverse. Should you buy it? Maybe that's what this video will be called. The gift set gets you access to that book early. Fantastic. The normal version, by the way, is about £100. This is about 120, 125 for the alternate covers. I just do it for the collection, and just, you know, full transparency, I buy everything twice basically, because I buy it on D&D Beyond as well. That's where most of my personal expenditure goes, is keeping this little passion going for me. But yeah, I buy most of it on D&D Beyond, and that's where I play mainly. I very rarely play in real life, just scheduling just doesn't allow it for the most part. But Monsters of the Multiverse, should you buy it? If you're a dungeon master, yes, it is a must-have. And you DM in real life, I should say. It's not out on D&D Beyond for like 6 months yet, or is it May? Maybe, I think. I'll double check that. But it's not out for a while on D&D Beyond, which means the stat blocks won't have changed. But for all intents and purposes, it just makes everything a little easier to run. Spellcasting specifically has been now condensed down from a big stat block, and they used an advertisement for like a war priest or something like that, and I'll pop that up on screen somewhere here. And you can see the difference. It's basically the spellcasting just becomes very basic, a couple of times a day, much easier to run than a full list. And I think Wizards have been rolling this out over the last few months with the last few releases. Since Icewind Dale Rime of the Frostmaiden is when I first started noticing the stat block changes. And I have a few books with me which all show the new kind of way of thinking. And they are The Wild Beyond the Witchlight, and I don't know if this will be backwards for you. Will it be? Well, that's upside down, so that would help. There you go. The Wild Beyond the Witchlight. Maybe I'll just switch this video so it makes sense. The Wild Beyond the Witchlight, Strixhaven, Curriculum of Chaos, Fizzband's Treasury of Dragons, and Van Richten's Guide to Ravenloft. I think all the monsters in there have the new look, as it were. As far as I could tell anyway, I just had a look through them all, and I found a stat block each with some spellcasting. They were all 2-3 a day, as opposed to the full list of what it used to be. But let's take a look at Monsters of the Multiverse. So, beautiful covers all around, by the way. In fact, let's go through all the covers. They have these wonderful quotes on the back by the characters that they concern. Mordenkainen talking about the Kieran creature specifically in this one, and the Xanathar cover is beautiful as well. All of them, honestly, the presentation I cannot fault. I just think they look fantastic. It truly feels like a collector's edition. I don't think you can say that about a lot of things like this, but it truly feels like a collector's edition and a worthwhile purchase, in my opinion, if you're a fan of D&D itself. I need to keep the paper in between those so I can see it rubbing off on them already. But yeah, you want to clean your hands before you use these because they're white and they get dirty really easy. But the presentation is incredible. Loads of the monsters now have new, and I realise this isn't the best way to do this, I really need a camera pointing downwards, but loads of the monsters have new artwork accompanying them. Loads of artwork I've never seen before, for example Starspawn Mangler. I don't remember seeing that before. It might have been in Volo's Guide to Monsters, but I don't have that book in real life, only on D&D Beyond. But yeah, loads of updated artwork from what I can tell, loads of returning old school artwork, and you can sometimes see the age in them, I find. But yeah, just incredible. Martial Arts Adept, I don't remember seeing this before, and I think they showed off the white imagery as some of the new artwork as well. Gripply, oh, this is definitely new. I've never seen that artwork before. Let me go back to it. This Githyanki artwork, that is absolutely awesome. It kind of makes me want to play as a Gith, actually. But with this, you can see this is a perfect example here. The spellcasting, the Githedazai Anarch. It's just so much easier to see and make sense of. I imagine D&D Beyond will implement a change to the website which allows you to keep track of monsters' spell lists, because there won't be 6 million of them anymore. There will be just, you can do this 3 a day, this once a day, and I hope they put that into the homebrew as well, so you can start to make your own monsters that way, because at the moment I think it's a bit complicated, but there you go. I haven't put a lot of time into it, I should say that. But yeah, they've got all the updated classes in here as well. There is no more, it has been wiped out, standard ability score improvements when you pick a race. That's no longer a thing anymore. You just pick from however you want to play. It's really inclusive. For example, this hobgoblin looks like the happiest hobgoblin I've ever seen depicted in the D&D universe, which is just awesome. And this orc, I mean, the artwork's just incredible. There is no faulting it, and I think, you know, this collector's edition just absolutely embodies that. So this has just been a lot of me talking, but I literally just wanted to make this little video about this collector's edition specifically, and just so you can just see it and see how awesome it is. It's fantastic. I couldn't spot on the back of, I'll show you quickly, flicked through my already collector's edition of Tasha's that came out, oh God knows when. I couldn't find any differences between that at all and this one. Everything seems exactly the same. It doesn't look like they've changed anything within that book itself. Obviously it's very recently printed, so it is pretty up to date. Xanathar's Guide specifically, I don't own the original. That's another one I don't own. I'm waiting till I can afford the collector's edition from years and years and years ago. But yeah, I would say, should you buy this if you're getting into D&D and you want a dungeon master specifically, or even if you're a player and you want these new player options and you play on kind of pen and paper, then yes, you need this. There is no reason not to, basically. And if you only own one out of the 3 like I did, then it's a worthwhile purchase. For what you get all the brand new updated rules, beautiful new cover, a nice slipcase to store them all in. There's no downsides other than the price, really. It is an expensive hobby, I know. Trust me, I know. But basically, for a DM, I would say it's a must-have. For a player, it's a maybe. Do you need it? And obviously, I am always a big advocate of the free resources out there, like D&D Beyond, for example. You can start playing on there. Just try out the game first. And if you're thinking of picking up this in real life, I hope this sold it to you, didn't sell it to you. I guess you can decide whether you think you need it or not now. I'm hoping to be able to get the foil versions at some point. I know they'll be more available than these, the comic store ones. So yeah, this has been Natharindir's Guide to Everything. This is a weird video for me to make. Don't know if this is going to be interesting at all. Let me know in the comments. I guess if you like the sound of my voice, then it'd be perfect. But yeah, like, comment and subscribe if you want to see more just quick little updates like this on new purchases and whatnot, and what I think of the new books. Then let me know. Yeah, this has been Natharindir's Guide to Everything, and I'll see you soon, everyone. Bye bye.